we go. Back again. Back again. Alright. And today is Friday. So yeah, it is the Friday Fix. And this is the 35th episode of the Fix. And thank you to everyone who watches and engages. Much appreciated. And as usual, we will pick out some topics of interest from Deception HQ, which is, of course, the mainstream media. And today we will look at this gene editing, because it fucking ain't going away. That is for sure. And another thing that ain't going away is 5G. So we will cover what is being said lately in terms of the wonderful 5G, right? Sure. And to begin with, we will touch on the gene editing. How exciting, right? Physics.org, 5 hours ago. Affordable CRISPR app reveals unintended mutations at site of CRISPR repair. Right. So we have touched on this CRISPR mutations that they call unintended. Right, we touched on it in the past, and some of the side effects from it were horrific, if I recall correctly. But even with that, they still push ahead with this CRISPR gene editing, and they say it's the future. Right, look out for it. And to expand on this one, the expert pointed out that both studies are focused on changes introduced by CRISPR around the site of the intended repair, not on the separate concern about the risk of CRISPR causing off-target mutations by drifting far afield from the target and making random cuts across the genome. Right, and yeah, so the first concern is about the unintended fucking effects at the repair site, but there is other concerns that this fucking CRISPR will in fact wander off around your body and do its own thing, right? Unintended, of course. Sure, why not? But sticking with CRISPR, I seen this one yesterday, nature.com. Neanderthal-like mini brains created in lab with, yep, you guessed it, CRISPR. Right, so what's this then? Well, researchers have created tiny brain-like organoids that contain a gene variant harboured by two extinct human relatives, Neanderthals and Denisovans. Right, the tissues made by engineering human stem cells are far from being true representations of these species' brains, but they show distinct even differences from human organoids. Yeah, probably because it's grown in a fucking lab. Right, anyway, including size, shape, and texture. Right, the findings published in Science, the journal, on 11th of February could help scientists to understand the genetic pathways that allowed human brains to evolve. Right, sure it will. Fantastic. Right, so they are growing brains in fucking petri dishes. And if we go to this article from last year, October 27th, can lab-grown brains become conscious? Wow! So this is where we are today. We are now growing brains in labs. And to expand on this, in Alison Maturi's laboratory, hundreds of miniature human brains, the size of sesame seeds, float in petri dishes, sparking with electrical activity. Right, so that does sound like a fucking horror movie, straight up. Really, what's it all about? God only knows where they are going with this brain creation, right? But it doesn't sound good, let's face it. They mention other experiments, like adding human neurons to mouse brains. So look out for fucking Super Mouse or Mouse Man, right? He might fly by you any time soon. And it does mention that this guy, this expert on CRISPR, is also working on a drug that could help prevent COVID. Right. So yeah, CRISPR and COVID will eventually come hand in hand, because CRISPR looks like they will sell as the answer to fucking everything, including living forever. Right? Entrepreneur, one day ago, CRISPR offers the potential to live forever. But to what end? Right, so yeah, who wants to live forever? Let's face it. So to expand on this one, due to the unique consequences of the pandemic, right, and if I just stop there, if an article starts off with that, the unique consequences of a pandemic, you know that it's the agenda, straight up. But to continue with it, we are able to catch a glimpse of the potential future, one where we sit plugged into our computers, devoid of physical human connection. What will society look like after the pandemic? Will we continue to stay isolated? Surely advancements in technology have played key roles in prolonging our lives, allowing us to continue to work and socialise. But to what end? With these newly emerging technologies, we are destined to live forever in a suspended state in front of the glow of our 4K computer screens. Will gene editing technologies be used to keep us alive forever so that we can binge watch infinite Netflix shows, send meaningless emails, and scroll through social media feeds? Right. Well, if that is the future, and yeah, you can stick it right up your arse. Who would want to live forever sitting in front of a fucking screen watching Netflix? Right, but to some people, that probably sounds fucking great. Let's face it, because things like this have not happened overnight. The planning and the conditioning has been decades in fucking action. Look about. We're practically there already. And someone said, I can't remember who it was. Someone said in the comments in one of the videos that if people got offered a prison to go and stay in at the moment to be safe, they would probably fucking take it. And I agree, a lot of people probably would, because this is where we are at. They have been conditioned and even programmed. But of course, they are a victim of the agenda, just like everyone. We are all victims of the fucking agenda at the moment, unfortunately. But sticking with CRISPR, this one has once again stuck its mutant head back into the news. Genetic Literacy Project, 18 hours ago. CRISPR cracks open the door to a future of human mutants. Worried? Huh? Well, are you? Yeah, I think we probably fucking should be, to be honest. And this article is about a book, The Mutant Project, inside the global race to genetically modify humans. Right, so it's a fucking rat race to genetically modify humans, to change humanity, not for the better. Let's face it. At what point do we say, whoa, that's fucking plenty, right? And it said in regards to this book that CRISPR generates mutants, but strictly speaking, we are all mutants. Right, well, I think that this guy should speak for himself, right? But with that said, yeah, I have certainly met a few fucking mutants in my time, that is for sure. And to expand on this one a bit more, it mentions about a New Hope Fertility Centre in Manhattan is already advertising a new technique where couples could soon have the opportunity to create designer babies with, yep, you guessed it, CRISPR. So, basically this will be another nail in humanity where couples don't decide to have a baby the natural way, the wonderful way that we do. They would much rather design one with CRISPR. Look out for it, right? But it ain't for fucking me, that is for sure. I already have three children, and no more. 3 is plenty. And yeah, I'm sure if you have any, you know the feeling, right? But it does also say that CRISPR in the wrong hands could be devastating for humanity. Well, it's already in the wrong fucking hands by the sounds of it. But we will leave the gene editing and CRISPR for the time being. But, yep, it will be back. And back again. That is for sure. So look out for that. But now we will look at a few stories in regards to this wonderful 5G that they are giving us. We are not worthy. Sure. 6 hours ago, Tech Republic. With new 5G applications, the factory of the future is near. Hip hip hooray, cue the fucking wild celebrations, right? The smart factory of the future, like this one, possibly Ericsson 3 days ago. Ford engine production benefits from Ericsson 5G. Of course, 5G will offer benefits, right? Yahoo Finance, 2 hours ago. Global 5G tariff report bundle 2021. 5G poised to enter the mainstream, right? And not only that, MNOs offer lower cost entry level packages. Of course, they will be basically giving this fucking 5G away. It will basically be next to nothing in terms of cost, and it will offer great benefits. Sure. Arab News 1 day ago, Saudi Arabia extends 5G development to 51 cities and provinces. Right, so it's being rolled out right across the fucking world as we speak. RCR Wireless News, 61 countries have live 5G networks 1 day ago. So it's expanding rapid and has been since 2020 and the end of 2019, right? PR Newswire UK 20 hours ago. 5G industrial Internet of Things market worth 15.7 billion by 2026. Right, so the 5G industry and the Internet of Things, it's big, but it's only getting bigger, right? All to fit the agenda, of course, the smart cities. Belfast City Airport signs contract for installation of 5G. Of course, the airports will be scrambling for any source of income whatsoever, even if it's as poisonous as 5G. Reading Council rejects tall 5G mast plan in Caversham. Right, but they come back with another proposal, and they get it because they never go away, right? They never say, oh well, we won't put it up. They just put it elsewhere. And this one here, 1 day ago, more Americans want Starlink than 5G home internet. Right, so what's this then? Americans want better home internet options. We've seen that in survey after survey. Sure we have. A pair of new surveys show with more detail that they don't think they're going to be able to get them from 5G. But they think they'll get them from Elon Musk's satellite ISP, Starlink. Of course, this is where it's all heading, to Starlink internet from Elon's fucking 60,000 drones that he plans on putting into Earth's orbit, right? Of course, he has already begun, and Operation Starlink is well underway, or as I like to call it, Operation Kiss the Night Sky Goodbye, because that's what it will do when Elon puts his fucking drones in the sky, and along with Amazon's fucking 5G drones. But we can't mention 5G without covering some of the dangers, right? Because it's not a conspiracy to say that 5G is dangerous, because it fucking is. Scientific American, we have no reason to believe 5G is safe, because it fucking ain't, right? Since the FCC adopted these limits based largely on research from the 1980s, the preponderance of peer-reviewed research, more than 500 studies, have found harmful biological or health effects from exposure to RFR at intensities too low to cause significant heating. Right, and to expand on it more, numerous recent scientific publications have shown that EMF affects living organisms at levels well below most international and national guidelines. Effects include increased cancer risk, cellular stress, increase in harmful free radicals, genetic damages, structural and functional changes of the reproductive system, learning and memory deficits, neurological disorders, negative impacts on general well-being in humans. Straight up, damage goes well beyond the human race, as there is growing evidence of harmful effects to both plant and animal life. Right, so this article you can find, it came out in 2019, and yeah, these EMFs or RFRs or whatever you want to call them, this electromagnetic fields that we are all in a soup of these fucking waves. It is bad fucking news, not just for us and our health, but for everything on fucking Earth. Straight up. And we will leave 5G for the time being, but like CRISPR, it will be back, no doubt about it. But in terms of some other news before I shoot off, I seen this from the Times 3 days ago. What the French cancer doctor ordered: eat frites, drink wine, have sex. Hip hip hooray. So yeah, finally some good news from a doctor, seemingly France's best cancer doctor. And he said, the risk we face is of a life without pleasure, a life without enjoyment, he tells me, and if you force that upon people, they will explode. And he's clearly referring to our current situation in regards to lockdown, because at the moment we're all in fucking prison, imprisoned in our own fucking homes. And yeah, he's basically saying, look, have as much enjoyment as you can, because at the moment things ain't getting any better. And this one here, it pops up quite a lot. Universe Today. Possible super Earth in the habitable zone at Alpha Centauri. Right, so they found a sister Earth that we can all fucking run away to and escape the fucking Rockefellers, right? Take me there, of course, sure. 1 day ago, Science Live asteroid the size of the Golden Gate Bridge will whiz past Earth in March. Right, so it's like the size of a bridge. Or this one is the size of the Great Pyramid of Giza, and it's going to whiz past. It's from 2 days ago, so it's already whizzed past. So did you see it? Let me know. This one, 2 days ago, biggest known asteroid is passing Earth on March 21st. Right. And what size is this one? Is this as big as the fucking Leaning Tower of Pisa? Right, we'll go with that. As big as the Loch Ness Monster? Possibly. But the 21st of March, I had a look, and there is a lot of, how should we say, mass killings on that date. So, look out for it. This one, Daily Express, 5 hours ago. Asteroid warning. The Express have this every day for the past fucking 10 years. Bill Nye urges President Joe Biden to take asteroid threat seriously. Right, so Bill Nye, the actor guy, is telling Sleepy Beastie Joe that he needs to wake up and fucking warn everyone that the asteroid threat must be taken seriously. Right, so this asteroid stuff is never ever out the news lately. Does it tie in with Project Bluebeam? I wonder. Anyway, that is it for this week's Friday Fix. I will be back tomorrow with Meme of the Week. I never got a chance yesterday or the day before to voice over it. I have made it, so I will do it tomorrow morning, possibly tonight, if I'm awake still, right? Time will tell, but if not tonight, then tomorrow. So look out for it, right? And put in your vote. Of course, Meme of the Week is the only true democracy in the world, okay? Anyway, thank you to everyone, and that is about it. Bye-bye.